Coinbase now supports USDC deposits and withdrawals directly on Polkadot. Previously, guys, moving stablecoins to Polkadot applications like DeFi protocols or parachains required multiple steps across different networks. Each step meant more fees, delays, and risk. But now, Coinbase users can move USDC directly between their exchange account and Polkadot wallets like Talisman or Nova, dramatically simplifying the process. This isn't just a convenience update. It's a strategic bridge between centralized finance and decentralized networks, signaling that Polkadot is now a first-class citizen for major stablecoins. Guys, welcome back to Ledger Prime, where we break down the latest breaking crypto news and bring it to you along with actionable intel on how we can read between the lines and make money. So Polkadot and Coinbase. Here is why this is a big deal for traders and crypto enthusiasts. Number one, this brings us frictionless transfers. No more bridge hacks, delays, or confusing multi-step swaps. It also reduces our costs, right? We can skip the bridge tax and save on fees. We have faster settlements. USDC moves quickly, making deposits and withdrawals near instant. There's also easier access to DeFi and NFTs because Polkadot's ecosystem. Now remember, if you're not familiar with Polkadot, go check out my deep dive on Polkadot. We break it all down. But Polkadot's ecosystem becomes far more accessible with a trusted, stable settlement layer like USDC. And this simplifies participation in the growing world of Polkadot-based apps, and DeFi will also make trading, staking, and yield strategies easier to execute. So how does this benefit us as somebody who may have a massive Polkadot bag, right? We got a lot of tokens. We're thinking we want it to go up. How does this announcement and this partnership benefit us so we can make money? Because remember, guys, we're not just a news channel. We take the news, we read the headlines, we say, what is this actually saying? What is this signaling? What is coming so we can act on it? Okay, so this Coinbase integration that we just talked about is not just good for USDC users. It is a huge win for the Polkadot ecosystem and DOT holders alike. How come? This is going to increase adoption because more users, right? The USDC and stable coins in general, more users are depositing their USDC on Polkadot, right? And that's going to mean more liquidity, more transaction activity on parachains. Okay, so we need to understand that with a story like this, and when we talk about 26 price predictions on Polkadot, we always talk about adoption, right? Who's going to be using it? And this, when we say do your own research, boom, this is it. This is a notch in the belt of Polkadot increasing adoption. That's one story that says, hey, our investment thesis is correct. We're moving in the right direction. Okay, so what else is this going to help us Polkadot holders, right? There's just stronger network effects. So as stable coins flow into Polkadot, developers are going to be incentivized to build new DeFi, NFT, and staking apps. And this overall strengthens the ecosystem. When the ecosystem gets stronger and people build on it, price goes up. So speaking of price, what is the potential price impact of this? Higher usage demand for network services could, and this is not financial advice, it could increase demand for the DOT token since it is used for transaction fees. So if there's more people building on the network, they have to pay to use it somehow, and they pay for it in DOT, right? So it's used for transaction fees, governance, and staking across Polkadot. So Coinbase, right? This is legit, and it actually kind of takes it a little bit beyond the Polkadot ecosystem, makes it visible. People talk about it, they notice it, because Coinbase is huge, and them recognizing Polkadot as a first class stablecoin destination signals to institution that Polkadot is a serious player, and this could attract more capital. And for DOT investors, maybe me, maybe you're holding a bag of DOT tokens. This is a liquidity and adoption catalyst, and we always talk about catalysts. What needs to happen? What do we need to see? What's adoption look like? This is exactly the signal that we're looking for when we think a token is making the right moves and could possibly grow. A player like Coinbase working with Polkadot is huge. Right? So this just, it shows that there's liquidity, there's adoption, and it highlights Polkadot's growing role in the multi-chain financial landscape. So let's look forward to the future. The Coinbase move signals a broader trend that the multi-chain future is here. It's not coming. Right? We're not talking about, what would it? No, it is here and they are acting on it. And stablecoins like USDC are becoming the backbone for cross-chain transfers. Major exchanges like Coinbase are validating Polkadot's ecosystem. So the walls between isolated blockchains are starting to crumble, creating a more connected and efficient crypto landscape. Multi-chain operations that once felt niche and complex are going to become mainstream. And Coinbase just put Polkadot in the spotlight. So with all good news, we still got to be skeptical, right? We still need to understand our risks. So here's a couple things to keep in mind. Always send USDC to the correct Polkadot network address. Okay, when something new comes out, it opens us up to error, right? We all know sending crypto to the wrong wallet, boom, gone. Okay, rollouts may be gradual. Just because the story just hit doesn't mean it's going to the moon. And not all Coinbase users are going to have access to this immediately. There's also regulatory developments around stablecoins and crypto coming in the first part of 2026. We don't know what those are, and unknowns are risks. But even with these considerations, the overall effect, it's clear, right? This is a clear win for users, devs, and investors. Guys, so let's sum this up. Let's tell you what it means so we can put a bow on this, because it's almost Christmas, and we like to put bows on stuff. Coinbase supporting USDC on Polkadot is a masterstroke for usability, liquidity, and ecosystem growth. For traders, investors, and creators, the message could not be more clear. Polkadot is now a major hub for multi-chain finance, and stablecoins like USDC are leading the way. So if you found this breakdown helpful, please hit like, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, right? Because here at Ledger Prime, we keep you ahead of the curve so you can trade, invest, and plan a smarter multi-chain crypto world.